Larry Fuller never got the attention that he should have gotten for the entire career that he enjoyed.
He was a blessing. He was a blessing that was sent here on earth. In the meantime, he's inspired many people to be greater than they are, or many people to venture to go into things that they never thought they could do, and to give them the courage and the belief in themselves. He's that kind of person. And he's also given so much of his talent as far as people are concerned.
And he always said, always add, never subtract. And that's the way he lived his theatrical life. If the job was coming his way, the answer was always yes, and he would always find a way to do it.
Hi there. Lorenzo Fuller again, and this time with a highly important matter to bring before the meeting.
Another opening, another show, until the Boston of Baltimore. But let's stay close to say hello. Another opening of another show.
We should be green, and it couldn't be worse. One week will it ever be right? Then out of the hat we let me first night.
In the history of American television, there's very little said of the roles African Americans played in the development of this important medium of communication, education, and entertainment. Lorenzo Dow Fuller Jr. was a television pioneer.
He broke all racial barriers. Fuller was a writer of special materials and was a musical director at NBC, one of the largest networks of early TV. He hosted his own TV shows with white as well as black guests, and he co-starred with a white female.
Because Larry was one of the pianists and one of the performers that was on a program called Musical Miniatures. And he was one of the miniatures, and they were all very, very young people. From the symphony, from the theater, and my husband, who was the casting director, had open auditions one day every week. And Larry came in with his very delicious smile and his wonderful bass laugh.
He couldn't even have a half on the head of Shadrach, a Meshach, Abednego, laughing and a talking while the fire was jumping up.
And sat down at the piano and just ripped off a few numbers, but his charisma was so great that my husband recognized it right away.
Meshach, Abednego.
Everybody came in, and
I played for him.
And he played for him, and you played, what was that number that you was telling me that you played? Shortbread. And Billy fell over. He said, this fellow is such a terrific... So behind Warren Wade's back, he hired Larry. And when Warren heard him playing, of course, he didn't interfere, because he realized how talented and unusual and unique Larry was, with the idea that he wasn't going to interfere with his performing, he just wasn't going to show his face.
When Lorenzo Fuller made his debut at NBC in 1947, network producer Warren Wade was reluctant to put him on camera.
Warren Wade's back was turned. Bill Kaufman put me on camera.
It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to suffer.
In 1948, Fuller thrilled audiences with his own rendition of Cole Porter's song Too Darn Hot in the hit Broadway musical Kiss Me, Kate. Not only did NBC network producer Warren Wade give Fuller his own show, but Fuller appeared on every network of early TV. He was a star. Lorenzo Fuller seemed born into television, though his birth in Stockton, Kansas in 1919 predated TV by a couple of decades. He was a child prodigy who studied and developed his talents in Kansas, far away from the usual centers of show business. Breaking racial barriers seemed a tradition in Fuller's family, which included Civil War veterans, teachers, printers, publishers, patriots, and extraordinary musicians. He was encouraged by all who knew him to study, practice and develop his special skills. When Lorenzo Fuller attended the University of Kansas, he was hailed as the Paul Robeson of that prestigious university. More than 2,000 people from 3 states attended his senior recital at the predominantly white university in 1941.
And for him to draw that kind of a crowd, you know they knew he was outstanding and they wanted to hear him and support him. And it's, I wonder if it isn't something of phenomena in KU history.
He came to New York with a degree in music, a scholarship to Juilliard, the ability to play 9 instruments, and to speak in 7 languages. He was well prepared for the broadcasting industry.
Hiya there. Lorenzo Fuller again, and this time with a highly important matter to bring before the meeting. As you well know by now, these 15-minute shenanigans are devoted to carefully selected matters of the utmost unimportance.
Fuller had a reputation for not only performing well, but for writing clever and witty scripts for national radio, a skill he brought to television.
I mean, he was so attractive and different. And not different because of his color, different because of his allure.
It was Lorenzo Fuller's allure that dispelled advertisers' claims that sponsors would not buy TV programs starring black artists, and that whites would boycott the products of sponsors who featured blacks. Lorenzo Fuller's musicianship and his personal style of entertaining brought in the early sponsorship dollars, and was a major factor in opening the doors for many black artists who followed him.
Baby tonight. I'd like to meet with my baby tonight. Get off my feet with my baby tonight. But no repeat with my baby tonight, 'cause it's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot.
But despite his pioneering contributions to American television, Lorenzo Fuller has been excluded from its history until now.
It's the moon with my baby tonight. But Pillow, you'll be my baby tonight, 'cause it's too darn hot. According to the Guinness report, every average man you know much prefers to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. But when the thermometer goes way up and the weather is sizzling hot, Mr. Gobb, for his crowd, a Marine